trends. Take that with my chest. I will not bend. Run it up. Run it up.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick back in 2018 from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. To the air, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And, oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Here's Allen to throw it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Cole Kmet started to look like the 2nd-round pick Chicago made in 2020, catching 60 passes for over 600 yards. Both of those are the most for a Bears tight end since 2014. Certainly hoping to build on those numbers this season with plays like that.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball? Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 5. Now Allen. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Back to throw now on first down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Jalen Phillips, the edge man, on the tackle.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On play action, Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Allen. That's caught by Montgomery. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Now Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Once more, Montgomery. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Allen going to try and keep it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's flushed out right. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right.
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Allen going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen.
This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But the teams are ready to go at half number 2. So to bring it your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, this is Edmonds.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Second and 6. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Got to think that Michel looks back on his trade to LA last season fondly. Getting to start again, he ended up picking up 845 yards, and just as importantly, won the second Super Bowl ring of his career.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They go play action here on 1st down. And Wilson with it, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Michel. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the 3rd, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Allen. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
An injury cost Montgomery 4 games early in the year, which kept him from repeating his 1,000-yard season from the previous one. He still reached over 800 yards and caught another 42 passes and is firmly entrenched as the Bears' top backfield option for his 4th season.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
52's the mic right here. 52's the mic.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Looking to throw. Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it, the defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
86 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.